All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Kinetic League Columbus Land at Game Arena. I'm your host, Kamika, joined by Zarin, and we now have our first round two game is going to be Ascend versus Pulsive. Zarin, both these teams have had some pretty awesome group stages. Go ahead and tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, Ascend and Pulsive. I mean, we saw Pulsive. I believe they were our first match of the entire tournament, if not first, the second. And they came out with a very impressive performance. These guys, I don't know, they come in as the sixth seed, but with that means that they finished within the top two seeds. Yeah, they were the second seed, I believe, from Pool A. And again, they looked really good, and they hung in with P-Boys as well. So. This is a team that you might expect to cause a bit of problems for Ascend. And on the other side, you got Ascend, who very slay heavy team and very superstar powered as well. I mean, Revenge comes in as a recent fourth, even just like a week ago. I think they had mentioned, and he has come in and he went 45-12 or something on that Fortress Hardpoint just earlier on in the day yesterday. And you know, that's something that they're going to have to rely on. They're going to have to rely on that heavy slaying power, but you can't take Pulsive Black lightly. Just because they're a 2 seed doesn't mean anything at all. Ascend comes into this just as strong, and if not even a little bit better. But I got to say, Ascend, a little bit more of a well-rounded team, but at the same time, Pulsive Black, can't discount them whatsoever. So here we go, map number 1, winners round 2 underway.
Yep, we got to get a little bit of insights from Sky the Joke yesterday. These guys seem to be vibing and having a great old time with their team, and we'll see if they continue to be that way, having a good time up against Pulsive. Sky the Joke starting off pretty fun, getting a kill, then running right on through, looking to flip the spawns already, causing a lot of concern on the back line. Everyone turning around, or maybe should be turning around a little bit more as they pinch them out off the objective and looking to take the spawns as well. Great start for Ascend.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to see from Revenge is to play his life a little bit more, and that was a good example of exactly what he needs to do there. You do see the control right now for Ascend on P1, but as I say that, 2 players for Pulsive Black already working through P2. You do have Mills back there, so spawn should still go the way of Ascend, spawning towards those bottom double steps and into P1 area. But right now, you see all the kills getting cut across the map. It's going to be Charisma picking up 1. Jev is going to get 1 back for himself too, so complete control right now for Pulsive. So it's going to be all up to Mills to hold the fort. Gets 1, needs to stay alive so desperately. Getting chased out here by Charisma. Mills gets 1 more, going to get finally found. But that allows Ascent to spawn up out towards P5 and into P2. So they're going to have to battle this from the front for now, unless Revenge is able to get through the back. And no, not going to happen.
Dang, this P2 is as scrappy as it gets. Jeffro getting a solid kill onto XY, stunned up though, and maybe getting killed through the wall by Sky the Joke. Not quite. At the end of the day, things are looking to stabilize in the favor of Pulsive Black. Looking to go for the rotation as well. I don't think Mills is going to be very aware of this unless Rias gives him his back and tries to hop up real high. Then he'll see him and take him down. Well played. So Ascend fighting very strongly for these last couple of seconds. This will get them right about even, while the rest of his teammates are already on the next objective setting up. Sky the Joke with a very key 2-piece there will be meaning that this Ascend setup will be looking to cement itself.
For Sky is probably the key factor for this Ascend squad. I mean, he played really well yesterday, but XY and Revenge, as well as Mills, were the guys to really pop off for the squad. So if Sky can get going, if he can get those important kills as the support sub player, Ascend is going to be looking very, very good. And you already see Sky helping out XY, but Charisma from the backlines, last player up, going to get 2, but not enough is still. Ascend has numbers, and they're going to hop on the point here and start collecting this time.
Scary situation there for Charisma, walking on and almost completely killing everybody off the objective. He just goes where he wants, dude. And so, Ascend, a good recovery there, not a full 60, but still a very, very sizable amount of time that they're going to be getting over Pulsive Black. Pulsive Black going to be trying to stabilize these things out, but Sky not giving them a moment's rest, just running right up into their business. Charisma does take him down just barely short of some streaks, and so Pulsive well and truly going to be settling things down. Charisma keeping him at a distance, and this should be a good hill coming for Pulsive.
Yeah, you see Pulsive Black, they got map control. They're cutting the map completely, but Revenge going to win that battle on the outside. Needs to take down Charisma. Knows he's around mid too. Gets help from Mills, and there's the opening that Ascend needed. Now they're going to fly through P2. Look for these players sitting top rails and in time. And it should be complete map control now for Ascend as they start to pinch from every angle. Sky gets 2, looking for the 3rd as well, and he does! Shuts him out. 4 players drop. Pulsive Black spawning out towards gate. Now you see Sky posting up in top boat, picking off those players coming from gate, just distracting them enough to slow down the push. 16-6 start for him on a 4th streak, working towards that cruise missile.
Yeah, Sky's got a thirst for blood, dude. He is completely insatiable. Nothing will ever quench his thirst for murder as he gets another kill, 5 in a row. Hunting down Charisma. He can smell him. He wants him. He doesn't have the bullets for him, but he'll try again a little bit later. Either way, while that goes down, Pulsive Black somehow managing to snake their way onto the objective. Still a couple of points down. Getting completely outkilled except for Jeffro, but still maintaining a pretty close game. If they can manage to get a little bit more of good tempo going. I feel like a lot of their deaths are coming from just repeat deaths, not being able to get in good positions compared to Ascend. I think that we'll start seeing a little bit less of a discrepancy in the deaths. There you go. Jeffro is starting to get some good control.
Wow.
And the turn on the Revengey. That is what you need to get things going your way.
Yep. Nice play there from Jeffro. Big 3-piece. You see the rest of his teammates kind of struggling a little bit. They are able to get a little bit of time on this hill to cut the lead, hopefully in half by the end of it. But as I say that, it's going to be Ascend on the time. Sky with a nice kill there. It's up to 20 kills. First player to accomplish that feat here in game 1 of this best of 5. Sky the joke. Pulling the weight for his squad. And yep, it's going to be Pulsive Black with the scrap time, but still. Interesting position now for Ascend. They are going to be spawning out towards Circle, but one player towards P1. It's going to stay white for now. Rias struggling this game, but able to get a big one there. And Pulsive finally will get onto the time. Ascend just gonna have to play this one a little bit more patient.
Yep, and patient they will play. Sitting here waiting for his opponents to make themselves easy targets for him while Revengey goes right around the back and exploits their focus on him. Well done there from Ascend. Great bait, I do have to say. 8 out of 8. And now Ascend will be taking the objective away from them. Now Pulsive Black, they want to be playing for the rotation, but they can't just play for the rotation. They have to go up and at least contest this somewhat, otherwise they literally will not be able to catch their opponents even with a full 60 on this next kill. So Charisma coming in here, having to do a little bit of something, but nothing really to be done. And with 10 seconds left, Pulsive Black are just going to say, well, might not be able to catch him on this next one, but we still can get a little bit close. Ascend still pressuring them, and yeah, Pulsive, not the most amazing setup in the world right now just because of the split focus, and it looks like that pressure will be resulting in a flip for Ascend.
Wow, great job from Ascend. Fantastic P1 hold. They did lose spawns, but still, if you're going to soak that much time on P1, you can't afford to give up those spawns for P2, so they managed to find a way to get like 40 seconds on the first hardpoint, and again they get the break onto P2, and just like that they're in control for now. Revenge has to go huge, gets 2, stays alive, and keeps the hill red as Ascend builds up their lead. This one's gonna get real close to 200 points as Revenge needs to stay up. We do have Pulsive Black players spawning back steps. XY there for the reinforcements. Sky getting the cutoffs on spawn, and they're just gonna give up that final 20. Right decision here. You're up by 80 points. You can afford to give up 15 seconds or so and really just try to end it all at this hard point here on P3. We saw last series a rally were able to get it done basically with a full 60. They did 59 seconds. They got the full 60 and to close the game out. So Ascend looking to do the same.
Yep, Ascend, all they need, the full 60 or something close to that. Can get a little 5 seconds short, and XY gonna hop back on with plenty of time still just to end. Need to touch for 1 second, 2 seconds just to see this one out. Pulsive Black are making a very strong break through the double doors, but still on is going to be XY. That will be at least enough to prevent the win off this objective, but Mills winning it out will mean that Ascend will still get very, very close. Pulsive Black still got to be chowing out for this one. They don't want their opponents to be able to win off of one singular break, so they got to contest it a little bit. But the contest goes wide, and Pulsive will not be able to do anything on this objective anymore. Got to take that one on the chin. Hope for the best on the next one, but Ascend are very within sniffing distance of victory.
Yep, Ascend under 20 seconds left. As we head into P4 Revenge. Having a pretty quiet game, but Sky picking up the slack. Pretty even across the board still for Ascend, and Charisma going to be set up in time. Really by his lonesome, though. Doesn't have much support over top as Rias. Only one kind of there, but I love this play from XY. It does give up, but he's going to Played the cannon spot. Nice. Good first kill. Looking for the second player on time. There's Charisma. Submachine Gun wins that battle every single time. And Pulsive Black looking to build their points up there. They do have potential to make their way back into this game, but they need to have a perfect couple hills. That's a good start for them right now, though.
Yep, Mills can still win off a break, so they are going to try, and they are going to almost succeed, if not for Rias getting a 4 spree there alongside Jeffro. So, Pulsive Black's hopes and dreams are still alive for the time being, but you see Ascend, they're starting to set up on the next objective. Pulsive, they do have the better place to contest the objective from in their hands for the time being, but even so, Ascend are going to be there first, and they've got all their angles on lockdown. These will have to be some one gunfights by Pulsive Black if they're going to want to stay in this one. Rias could very well facilitate that. You still got Sky on the objective, forcing him to take the fight on his terms, and Revenge's there to give him some help, roping around, looking to get a flank onto Jeffro, and there's the full team wipe. That should do it, ladies and gentlemen. Ascend will be winning this one, assuming no shenanigans coming in from Jeff. Nope, Revenge saying, no way, not today. This is my victory. And, oh, maybe not. Maybe Jeffro got something to say before this all ends.
Yeah, I mean, this is all but over. Guy can't even get Jeffro, but 3 more players fall, and that'll do it right there. 250, 173. Good win from Ascend and the boys. Very, very convincing victory overall. I mean, the scoreline shows a lot closer, but that was Ascend's game to take from pretty much the very beginning.
I mean, yeah, they had a lot of good moments. Always the rotations to P3 were looking their way. Whenever their opponents had a setup, it was on a hill that they contested very, very hard. And so, yeah, Ascend doing a great job at breaking and getting the setups on the hills that are your money hills. They just did a lot better in that aspect. And so that's one of the things that majorly put them over the top. Gunfighting was relatively even for the most part, barring a few outliers like Sky the Joke cooking today. But yeah, either way, victory on map number 1 for Ascend. Now going over to Pulsive's pick of Hotel.
Yeah, I mean, we can really just hammer home Hotel all we want, but we've talked about it so much, it feels like the last couple days. I mean, we could just talk about the overall map set. Now that we're into the best of 5s in winners round 2 here, you know, we're going to see that control no matter what. And with Ascend's ability on the respawn game modes, you got to think they're favored in that category. But still, Pulsive has that Hotel pick in map 4. So if they are able to steal that search and destroy, we could be in for a game 5. And, you know, with this Expo sandwich, you got to think that map 3 is going to be the key no matter what in this series.
I mean, yeah, definitely could be. Ascend, very interesting pick here on the Expo. Normally you see teams just be like, let's just do Hotel, who cares? But these guys, not today. They're getting a little bit nuts with it, and they're going to be going for Hotel, a map that you don't have a whole lot of experience on it. The experienced team will just lock you up in your spawn if you're not cracked enough. So, yeah, a very risky map to be playing on the attacking side. It's a little bit less so than Fortress was when it was in the map set. A little bit less hard to attack in that map, but still relatively difficult to be attacking on this map. And so, yeah, I'm curious to see if that's going to be the difference maker for Ascend. They did do pretty solid in the Search and Destroys yesterday. They did almost get come back on by, I believe it was Quick and Co. No, it was somebody else. But either way, good Search and Destroys pretty much all day yesterday. Great in the respawns, and honestly, I still favor them to win this one out. They looked really solid in that map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, overall, Ascend is probably the better team. They're the higher seed for a reason. And, you know, they showed exactly why in map 1, but there's still 2 more maps to win in this series. And that's a nice thing about a best of 5 is that, you know, there's a lot more room for error for sure. I mean, you go down one game, it's not like it's do or die after that. It becomes like, okay, we're back into a search and destroy, which is a lot more winnable for lower seeded teams. And then from there, basically anything can happen. Maybe you get a control, and then all of a sudden you're up 2-1 after being down 1-0. So like, there's the thing with the best of 5 is that there's so much more room for error rather than, okay, one and done, like see you later. So if Pulsive want to get back into the series, they got to win their map pick right here. Otherwise, I think it's a Ascend series to win.
Yeah, very true. I mean, Pulsive, they picked this map for a reason. They seem to think that they can beat their opponents on it. And let's not forget, this was the one that Ascend did have their close call on their round 11 up against the bottom seed. So this is a map that they have struggled on in the past, and Pulsive have historically, as we've seen, done pretty good on it. So I can definitely see the merit in picking this one. Pulsive, well, I may think that Ascend has a better chance of winning the series. I think Pulsive definitely has a really good shot of winning this map.
For sure. It's, with their map pick, they're confident on this map, clearly. But you see the passive play. You see Rias just trying to watch that cross, and that's fine, but very, very slow play, and Mills reads that player bottom luggage. That should open up the A site pretty clearly, and there goes Jev in mid, too. So Revenge now has free reign to basically do whatever the heck he wants. But Charisma could also go huge here. Oh, so unfortunate from Rias. Could not get that kill, and Revenge gets that other one in mid, too. So Rias gonna get taken out. And nice round from Ascend, but man, you want to see Rias get that kill hunt bomb a little bit sooner.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there from Rias, but not that it would have made too much of a difference. Ascend, they came in, they got the aggressive start, and that round was basically going their way right from the start. Great shots to start things off from, I believe it was Mills. Yeah, the AR shots from a distance, getting great control over A. Even if that bomb did get stopped from being planted, Ascend still had a really good position going into it after that. So, yeah, First Blood's winning the game for them so far.
B hit now for Pulsive. One player over there that's going to be Revenge. It's probably the guy you want. And he's going to be sitting right on bomb. Love this angle. Going to be able to get one at the very least. Yep, there's one. Can he get the second? Pre-fire down. Don't like the overchild there. He's got to know there's reinforcements, but still, he gets the one, and he gives his teammates time to catch up and rotate over towards B. Some stuns, utility, going to be thrown in to the B bomb site, and you got to think this bomb's going to get wrapped out, and that's exactly what's going to happen. 3 players for Ascend, playing that rotation mode. One watching mid. Mills might try to reposition, catch them off the rotation, but it's going to be Jeffro just trying to play exits, and I like this play from Pulsive Black right now. Working that bomb, keeping one player over towards the side, perhaps making some noise, keeping the Ascend players on their toes. But realistically, there should be a free bomb plant for Pulsive. And yep, down it goes. So 3v3, going to have about 45 seconds for Ascend to defuse this bomb.
Yep, and all the while, we've got Jeffro watching for the mid-map wrap. This is good for Pulsive. They pretty much are going to be forcing their opponents to come straight ahead, or if they do go for a flank, Jeffro is going to let them know, and maybe even kill one of them in the process. So, yeah, Pulsive Black set up pretty good in this post plant. The one issue is that they're not on very commonly held angles, so if Sky the Joke can get up close to this guy, maybe something good could happen for them. Yes, Sky will be able to find one, and now the enemy team is divided. Charisma in a position where he can get quickly pinched out. Needs some assistance here. Jeffro trying to get in a common angle with him, and they should be able, yes, to get him. Mills finding him first, looking for the ace, going for the defuse, can't quite get it, and Jeffro will get it done, just weathering the storm ever so slightly. Mills will get the kills, but it don't matter because he runs out of time. Well executed by Pulsive.
Yeah, for sure. Mills does get that 4th kill, though, so he's going to be eyeing those streaks. But Jeffro, nice kill off the bomb, and Ascend in at a time. Had to play a little bit more frantic than they would have liked, but nice wrap, nice setup there for Impulsive, and they tie the thing right back up at 1 apiece.
Yep, tie game, but there is still something separating them right now, and that is the fact that Mills is still deathless. All he really needs is 2 more kills, and then he's on streaks. And I would not be too shocked if we saw either Skies, XY, Revenge even baiting for this guy, going and giving him a trade just so you can get a little bit closer to streaks. That's what I see a lot of good teammates be doing. So, Pulsive getting a little bit stun checked out. Only one that's really positioned right now is Rias. Jev realizing the play is at A, trying to make a play from mid, and big kill on the Mills. Streaks gone. And with that, one of their big killers as well. Rias winning his fight down low as well. And with that, XY only survivor. He's gonna have to win a 1v1 no matter where he goes.
Well, he's got bomb, which is the good thing, and he does have a bit of time to be able to catch out Charisma. Does not have dead silence still, so that's gonna hurt. Charisma might have heard him out. Oh my goodness, they're playing cat and mouse, and Pulsive Black get the better of him there. And a great first blood from Jev allows Pulsive Black to do basically whatever they wanted on the map. Charisma, good shots from him with that SMG. And Pulse Black retake the lead.
Yep, as soon as you see Mills go down, you see a switch flick in their heads. They're like, all right, Mills down, time to fight. Let's go. Doesn't matter if we die, we're going to win at the end of the day. Keep trading good. That's exactly what happens. Pulsive Black do find themselves now in the lead on the attacking side. Their last attack onto A, it was onto B, it was stopped short, and then they wrapped around to A. Seems like A is going to be the better route for them to start at least. Oh my god! Sky almost finding both of them at the same time, just didn't have the gun out. That could have very well been a two-piece. And so, Sky getting highly pressured. Well done by Pulsive to isolate the guy and finish him off, not letting him escape. And again, all that is left is one player for Ascend.
Yeah, Revenge by himself. Not much he could do there with a sub. And Pulsive Black with a nice, clean offensive victory. And now halfway to tying the series back up at 1 apiece. Jeffro in your final kill cam. Taking care of business. And yeah, I don't know. Just, we saw this a lot from Ascend yesterday. Just kind of unorganized gameplay in this Search and Destroy. And it's costing them yet again. But Pulsive Black can't discount them either. They have put together a handful of good rounds, and that's allowed them to jump out to this lead. But 3-1. Still a little bit dangerous, still within reachable territory for Ascend. But they got to have a good round here if they want to climb their way back.
Let's not forget that Ascend, while they did struggle on this map last night, they did end up winning it. They did a full sale, basically. So I will not count them out just because I've seen them do that before. Either way, Pulsive Black, I would argue, is a little bit higher caliber of a team, so you don't want to be getting to that point. If at all possible, Sky the Joke running up with the AR and shooting Jeffro dead. Great control over A now. Jeff trying to reposition down inside of the utility closet, making sure that he doesn't get run up by Sky the Joke. Very wary of his position on top plat. Either way, bomb going down.
Kind of bad spot. I don't like that at all. I mean, that was kind of expected. Jeff, good kill though. Gets it back to a 3v3, but still Ascend, they got the time on their side, and that's the biggest thing. Charisma gonna fly though with this SMG. Spots out Mills, but Mills somehow wins that gunfight with the AR. XY with a two-piece to close it out too. And a big second round, a much-needed second round for Ascend. Stay within reach in map 2, and well, Pulsive Black, you lose that one, but nothing to be ashamed of there. It's just a very tricky retake. A-site's so hard to retake, especially when you got 3 or more players left up on the map. So we'll go back on O, and Ascend now has an opportunity to win a D. You get this D back, and now it's a best of 5 for the rest of Hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely seems like Ascend getting that first blood there. Again, it's not always what happens, but it definitely does help. Ascend getting the first blood again and again and again. Bomb down, and he knows that there's no way that guy would be there if he wasn't the bomb carrier. Jeffro trying to hunt down Sky, but can't quite get it. Doesn't want to get counter child though, so yeah, it would be really bad if they went 2 down without getting 1 in return. So Pulsive Black gonna go back just a little bit. Can't go too far though, and Mills with a sniper. There it is. Taking his head clean off. And seeing if Jev will come to the same spot. Will he go to the same spot that his teammate just died from going for the reach out? We will see. Either way, they are going to have to go and get that bomb picked back up eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so tricky. Revenge got to start making his way through. They got to know bomb is down. There's no real use for him being over there because it's just a 2v2 right now on the site. They might be able to get it planted. Certainly going to try. Pre-fires from Sky down low. Jeff gets one back, and Rios escapes with his life, so now it's a 2v2. Revenge throws away a life, and now they're going to be able to rotate over towards B. They do expect it, though, so Send with an opportunity. Jeff's going to caught out on Hot Tub, so now a 1v2 left for Rios, all by himself. Going to get bombed down. Is Sky going to get there fast enough to check the plan? And he will, and takes him out, and is going to be tie game at 3 apiece.
Honestly, great work from Sky there. Sees exactly what's going down. He literally sees the whole play going down. Sees that his teammate's getting contested in the middle of the map. Knows the other guy is taking the long route. So he's like, you know what? Maybe I wrap around through mid. I could go after the guy with the bomb, or I could help and get this easy kill on this other guy. And so, yeah, I just love that call making from Sky. Really made that play a lot easier than I think it really could have been. A lot of other teams may have fumbled in that situation, but great intellect from Sky. And with that, they draw even.
Yep. So 3-3. Pulsive Black had control of this game, but eviscerated away. See again. Very even stat line for both sides. Rias the only one kind of struggling in this map, but the 4 deaths giving his team, at least giving his team a chance. So we'll see. Ascend. They got bombed. They're going to send Revenge all the way outside. You got to think he popped dead silence. And he's, yep, there we go. He pops steady in connector. Good kill from him. Now he could just back up, but Chow's Jeffro. And again, Jeffro gets the better of him, but Mills from a bomb. Going to get that kill onto Couches. Reyes can go big, though. Not going to check every single angle. Does get spotted out by XY. The snakes ensue. Look at this. The battle. As finally Mills comes from the backside and gives him some support. And now Jeffro in a 1v3.
Yep, and Ascend with the bomb down, and not a whole lot of time to get it. Jeffro really up against it here. Ascend always managed to put themselves in really good positions. Mills looking for streaks, and he is now one closer. Ascend, what a great round to swing in their favor. Not only do they take the lead off of that, but they get Mills very close to streaks once again, and he might be able to get them this time.
Yeah. 9-2 from Mills. If it's not one, it's the other that's popping off for this Ascend squad. And 3 straight rounds now. Back on defense. Pulsive Black need to have an answer before this gets out of hand. Major round here coming up. Will be game point, or will we be back tied? We're going to see a bit of a 2-2 split from the side of Pulsive Black. And a 2-1-1 from Ascend. Good snipe from Jeffro. Yep, big snipe. Can he look for that second too? Oh, bad timing there, Sky. Might get some decent enough timing if he peeks out. Got to play this one slow. Love the patience from Jeffro and company as the bomb makes its way over to B. See Revenge in this TV spot. We absolutely love this spot. Here it comes. Oh no, God. He jumps out. Oh my God, he gets a knife. Somehow. Oh, he gets a second. Revenge with a wild 2-piece on B. Completely stops the push from Pulsive Black. Now Charisma regrouping, trying to work through mid. This might be 3 here for Revenge. Sky goes down. 2v2. And they're just going to wrap this one to A.
Unreal. Unreal from Revenge. Just another clip for the stack, dude. Just another day at the office for him. But obviously that one was a little special. 2v2 situation, looking for the long arm on the nade, lands just a little bit short of Charisma. And ooh, Jeffro gonna be making that knife kill a little bit not as impactful. XY alone now. Charisma going in and trying to flip the map on him, sees Jeffro and trying to get a little bit of close angle on him. Pistol is out and looking to get that trigger finger on point. There you go. And so, despite the good works from Revenge, it is not going to be enough to stop Jeffro.
Wow. Ah, man. Unfortunate there for Ascend, but Pulsive win a much-needed round to tie it back up at 4. And Revenge with an absolutely insane 2-piece. Just not enough. Not able to get away. And Sky the Joke, you wonder what he was doing out in mid. Kind of roaming a little bit. Throws his body out there and not able to help out his teammate at all, but still very much in this are both teams. 2 rounds needed for either side to secure this map too. Rias watches the cross, gonna call that out. Jeffro in a little bit of trouble here, but still in that power position on D1. Does Mills have that sniper too? Not quite sure. Gonna challenge out. Revenge just walks by one, but Jeffro reads it. Oh my God, I can't believe he read that. Considering Rias was right there, they just, I don't know. That was very strange, but Pulsive Black get another kill. And now a 4v2. They do still have bomb, but running out of time already.
That is some serious trust. Rias knows that there's a guy above him. Jeffro's just like, I got it, bro. And then he just nails him while Rias makes sure that they don't go for the bomb plant while they have this pressure. Well done. Jev on the flank and XY up against it. Rias looking to do the run out at him. He knows that he's stuck up here somewhere. Heard those footsteps. And XY doesn't got dead silence. He's in a little bit of a tough time. No matter where he goes, they will hear him. Gonna try and get out while his team opponent is reloading, but Rias is going to supplement the push as well. So, Pulsive Black do get themselves onto map point.
Yep. Wow. Rias, the role player for this squad, and I don't know, that was just a strange sequence down in bottom bedroom. I don't know how Jeffro read that at all, with Rias laying down and still watching bomb. Wonder what the comms were like in there, but I mean, hey, they get it done. Jeffro reads it out with a great snipe. Not sure Revenge was expecting that at all. I don't think we were even expecting that. And now, map point for Pulsive Black.
Yep. And Mills looking for a kill over on the desk. Oh, sees Rias, but not confident enough to go for to fully expose himself. Probably would have died. In fact, that util overload is coming his way. And yeah, both teams sort of stagnating themselves. Good suppression from either side, but at the end of the day, that does benefit Ascend a little bit more, as their opponents aren't able to make the good use out of it and get the bomb plant down. And so, Pulsive, they know they're very close to the win. They're fishing for this kill. First Bloods have been the decider, and it will be supplied by Revengy this time. Pulsive running out of time, and now very low on util to make the play as well. They used quite a lot of it to get Mills, but didn't even get the kill onto him, so now they're just going to have to win a straight-up gunfight.
Yeah. Turismo working bottom bed. One back. It's going to cross up top. Sen can't throw away lives. They got to be patient. They got to let Pulsive come to them. Might be able to get that player up on. Krizza decides to hop off it. He's just going to go chase out this kill. He does get it back. So 2v2, 18 seconds left to go. Bomb is going to have to go down. XY is looking over mid. See Revenge. Not in a great position. Do so himself, but there's be a child here on D1, but two players up. D1 and D2. Revenge with the AR. Able to tag up one. Can't finish the kill, though. Both players on that side. Jeffro's going to work spot. I think he was spotted out. And tagged up, but Jeffro gets the better of him. And gets the map win. You see a little bit of trash talk across the screen. Premature body shots from Revenge. Perhaps the death of them. Pulsive Black tied up at 1 apiece.
I mean, if you do something like that, I feel like you deserve to do the body shots a little bit. Obviously, it did come back to bite him a little bit, though. Jeffro had the last laugh for Pulsive Black, as they do beat Ascend on this map 6-4, tying up the series. Now, though, we are going to be going into Ascend's map pick. I don't know if they have a whole lot of practice on this one, but either way, they got to be picking it for a reason. Probably going for a little bit of comfort factor, or a lack of comfort factor for their opponents. And yeah, they could just very well go ahead and take all these respawns, but I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be an option for them, because Pulsive have been doing pretty good in a lot of their respawns yesterday as well.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to get 173. It's not like it was a major blowout, about a hill and a quarter. But going to Expo, it's a very, very interesting map, very AR heavy map. So I would expect for both teams to pull out 3 ARs, I'd say, for the most part. And if they don't, they definitely should, because especially on the A side and even the B side, there's not a lot of instances where you find yourselves in those close engagements. So either team going to have to rely on their AR players, and with that, probably Ascend has the advantage. But the biggest key that I touched on a little bit yesterday, but want to reinforce, is that, you know, you need top bar, you need top pack punch control, because without that, you basically run, like, you're going to get run on. And if you have control, if you have the top side of the map control at all points, you're going to win the map. It's as simple as that. Expo is not a very difficult map to figure out. If you have control of top bar or top pack, you are going to be in great shape. So look for either team to consistently battle it out there. With top bar, you can cap A easy. With top pack, you can cap B a lot easier too. So as long as you have top control, you're going to be in good shape.
Yep, very true. This map can also be a little bit unforgiving if you get full team wiped, as we always like to talk about. This is a map that we, above all other maps in the control pool right now, you get spawn trapped on if you're on the attacking side and you mess up a little bit. So yeah, gonna have to make sure that if they do take an all-in up against Pulsive, or vice versa, any team takes an all-in, it's got to be worth it. Otherwise, you stand to lose quite a lot. So I would not be too shocked if we saw Ascend. I mean, especially after seeing that search and destroy, wouldn't be too surprised if teams were a little bit cautious about taking these all-ins. First Bloods really did make it for them. cleanup has really been good for both these teams whenever they get first blood. It just, all the dominoes just start falling after that. So I feel like slow plays, maybe letting a kill go one way or the other, not letting it be the death of things, and just slowing down, waiting for that one player to come back will be how this map goes around.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know. Ascend should have the advantage here. Obviously, their map pick, you want to give them the advantage immediately, but with how good they have been in respawn and they have been able to rely on their slaying power, you got to think they want this map as well as map 4. Because if you get to Fortress Search and Destroy in the deciding map, anything can happen. With Pulsive's ability to be successful in Search and Destroy, you got to think Ascend does not want to even give them a remote chance to win this series. So you got to win the next 2 if you're Ascend. If not, if Pulsive are able to steal one or 2 of these maps, then this could be anybody's series. So yeah, Ascend definitely wants this one, especially being on their map.
Yeah, very true. Looking a little bit further past the Expo, Hotel was picked by Pulsive, as you can see from our nice little graphic. But yeah, it's that's a map that we've seen Ascend do pretty good on as well. I'll be very shocked if Ascend wasn't at least somewhat satisfied with that map pick as well. They're probably like, don't really matter. We're perfectly fine with that. Whereas like on Albagra Fortress, we've only seen them on that one for good reason. Every single time we've casted them, they've been on that map and they won it basically. So yeah, that map is definitely one that if I'm some other teams, I would not be wanting to play them on. But even so, the hotel pick probably not too far out of their comfort zone. Pulsive may be good on it, but I still think it's going to be a slog at very best if they're going to be wanting to beat Ascend. So yeah, this map, while it will be a big decider as to who is going to have the edge going into that map in terms of comfort factor of losing the series outright, I still think that Hotel is it's still a coin flip. This map may give you the lead going into this one, but I still think that like that map of Hotel will be a decider, and it could very well mean that we go to map 5 if Ascend does go ahead and lose it.
100%. An interesting veto strategy coming from Ascend. So they actually did pick Team A, which gives them the picks for 1, 3, and 5. I know a lot of cases without hosting issues and stuff like that. My strategy as a coach has always been Team B. You want to get side picks more so than anything. You want to play for the back half of the series, especially if you know you're playing against a better team. So Pulsive might even have the edge because they will get side pick for this map as well as map number 5. So if they manage to get to map 5, they're going to have at least the advantage at the beginning of each game. And this one's going to be a telltale sign of what they're comfortable with. And it does look like they elect to pick the defensive side off the rip. So very interesting strategy. You see a bit of both from different teams. It's all about a comfort level, but we're underway regardless here in map number 3.
Almost there from Sky the Joke, but either way, Ascend will be on the objective to start things off. And on both objectives, I guess you could say. Rhea still maintaining that top control that you were talking about, so A will fall neutral, but still. Ascend quickly capturing B.
Yeah, you see Sky. Good trade there onto Jev. As you know, Ascend trying to kind of distract Pulsive Black as much as they can in every angle, but you see Pulsive already set up for A. You got 2 players over towards the back spawn, forcing them to spawn way deep right in the top of your mini map, and this is going to be a quick B cap. Lots of time for Ascend to work with, but no real map position here. You're going to start to see these players work towards the backside. Rhea spotted out and take it down. Sky the Joke sliding in. How are you? And now, top glass control, going to go the way of Ascend. Top bar as well. XY gets 1, Charisma gets 1 back though, and Jeffro going to try to do some work, and yep, picks up the kill. So now Ascend, you see spawning all the way at the top. Going to have some work to do to get back.
Yeah, Mills in the best position possible for his team, beating Rias out as well, keeping the push alive ever so slightly. This is dangerous. They could be getting spawn trapped, but a stunned out Jeffro will not stand a chance up against Sky the Joke. So, person open the door, Jev shooting, letting him know that he's there. So they might very well be able to isolate him and take him down. Jev, a little bit of an island, trying to play his life. And it looks like XY is on the hunt for him at the very least. Coming in as well as going to be Sky the Joke, finally clearing out one of their home bases. Clean run into the objective now. Charisma now falling, and the harassment in the home base. This is looking good for Ascend to at least get one tick out of this. Revenge flying in as well, just saying, no, stay away from my teammates. Let me get this tick, please. And that they might very well get even more than that. Rias trying to do something, anything in order to stop this. Sees one, gets stopped short, but a trophy system mishap is going to be killing Sky the Joke. Revengy and Mills still frying, though. Charisma, one last-ditch effort to stop the attacking side and win, and falls just short. Ascend. That is how you do it, Zarin.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And again, guess what? They got top bar control, and from there, they could do pretty much anything they wanted. They got that player trying to get those spawn kills from Pulsive Black. They get that kill, two players tell him at once, they fly on through. Teammates get that important kill in the cabin too. Then from there, they just start to work back, and that player in the spawn outside fire, able to do whatever he wanted to, and Ascend gets the necessary kills. They get onto A, they stack it up, and just like that, that's an offensive win, and that's why you want to start on O. Ascend proves exactly why, and Revenge going to be the only player, only line of defense out towards B.
Yep, good start for Pulsive, getting the first blood, and so they probably will be able to get this power cap down onto B. What really is going to be the difference maker is what happens after it. Rias getting some good control over the top area here. Revengy actually going in for a contestation onto this, seeing if he can clear it out and stop the rotation before it even begins. It's a good idea. It's a risky one, and it may not be paying off for him, at least slowing things down while his teammates reposition themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you get one kill, and that's fine, but still down in lives and tons of time for Pulsive Black. Very similar situations for both of these teams in their offenses. And right now, Pulsive, complete control of Glass. Charisma with a nice kill there. So, yeah, they're going to see them spawning all the way towards the bottom of the map. Revenge coming off spawn. XY as well. Mills does get one back, so no real map control from Pulsive Black, but they're still fighting for that control. And currently, wow, I mean, Revenge shooting like that, so hard to play against. But Pulsive Black gonna have to take a full reset as 4 players drop.
Yep, and here comes Revengy, two-man pile up. You'll love to see stuff like that. And so, Pulsive Black well and truly stuck inside their spawn. This is exactly what you wanted to avoid. This is why I was worried about how fastly they were capturing B. If you got really nowhere to go after it, you're gonna be pretty much stuck right here. Mills, I think out of ammo and trying to go out and grab that gun at cost of his own life. Either way, Pulsive Black, a lot of time, a lot of lives being wasted, and this is good. All money in the bank for Ascend, who have already won their attacking side.
Yep, Mills in a good position. Nice team kill there. Almost able to get the second too. And Jeffro finally clears it out. That's going to let Pulsive Black have a little bit of breathing room, but they need to slow it down. They just need to be patient, wait for their moments, wait for their kills. And right now, it's just the complete opposite. Good kill from Jeff, though. So again, this is where the reset can come in. But as I say that, Sky just comes around and shuts that dream down. And now he's going to be so aggressive. This is so annoying. If you're Pulsive Black, nothing you could really do at all. You see the struggles on each side, and Ascend in complete control with 30 seconds left.
Yep, they will finally reach the objective. Revengy going in on another flank that absolutely no one is watching. They get a stun check on it, but doesn't matter. Revengy still got that nice aim with it. Sky, in the meantime, stalling out the objective, so while they're dealing with Revengy's flank, they are getting nothing on the board for themselves. Tick cleaned clear, and Charisma trying to hold up an up top position, but Sky the Joke cleaning that out now as well. Pulsive Black got a long way to run. To touch this objective has to be quite literally perfect. Stopping the clock for Rias, but very exposed, very desperate, will be dying. Coming around the back, Jeffro trying to find Revengy, but Revengy is the only one that is going to be finding a kill here. Shutting the door, and that will be all she wrote for Pulsive Black on their attacking side.
Yeah, Pulsive just had no idea what to do coming out of their spawn. They just did not coordinate any sort of push. They just kind of flew out of the spawn and prayed that they got a kill, and it costed them a lot of times. There's 4 or 5 waves where that exact same thing happened, and you know, when they finally coordinated, slowed it down, and cleared out the players that they needed to clear out, they finally got to the point. But Ascend able to win their gunfights and win another round.
Yeah, like I said, this map is a little bit of a knowledge check. Pulsive Black, they were well and truly under pressure. Ascend, they knew exactly what they were doing to them. just routing them every single time. Pulsive Black spawning so far away after getting full team wipe, had to basically beeline for the objective, and every single time Ascend would take full advantage of that, flanking them, taking them all down, creating disarray everywhere they went. And now they're looking to create some disarray on the attacking side as XY takes down 2 off rip. Cap coming in very, very quickly, but Rias going in for a contest. They don't want this to be as quick as the last time.
Well, it's going to be. I mean,
Yep.
Charisma trying to do anything he can. But Revenge, who's starting to really show up in this series, taking control of this game. Sky with also a great game. And I love this. Just be patient, watch the cross, call out the players. And that's 3 players of information that he's gained. But Ascend, 2 players drop. Now they're going to have to kind of reset and just be a little bit more patient with their strategy as they try to push towards this A site. They do have 2 minutes left to work with, so lots of time for them to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, big moment here for Jev, trying to keep the 2 halves of Ascend from making a sandwich on the A site here. As long as he's keeping them back, Revengey can do all he wants, but it will not make a single bit of difference unless the rest of his 3 teammates can get over here. So Revengey, he's making some good noise, keeping at least half the enemy team from going for the full spawn trap, but with him now dead, that is going to be completely gone, and XY, gotta make something happen, gotta kill at least one of these dudes, keeping him pinned back.
Yep, nice kill there from Jev yet again. You see how spread out they are? No control of really top pack, it's just Rias there. So I guess somewhat, a little bit of control. Rias able to get 1 off spawn, so gonna be able to give that one up, looking for that player bottom, and XY wins that gunfight, so that should give Ascend now the closer spawn and a chance to push this point. 4v3 towards A. 1 player on. Mills looking for these 2 players on the outside. Jeffro watching the cross for Jev. Jev gets 1. Jeffro gets 1 back too. Revenge from the outside on fire. Gets 1 back. So now it's a 1v3 for Charisma. But Revenge gets the better of him. Great shots. And now there's going to be a 2-stack and potential second tick in.
Yep, Ascend looking to do it again. They are about to cap A. And all you can really do if you're Rias is dive and hope that your teammates can get the trade out kills. No trades going the way of Pulsive Black. Ascend just too good, giving them the moves and getting themselves the win. Picking it for a reason, knowledge gapping and skill gapping their opponents completely on it. 3-0. And if anything is going to be setting the tempo, that is right there.
Sure, and you see Pulsive Black kind of talking amongst each other, like kind of explaining what went wrong there. And really, it was a lot. I mean, they got a couple key kills, but just not enough. And it's not even based on the struggles of some of their players. It was just a lot of team efforts just were just not there. And Ascend were able to capitalize everything that they did together. That was really the first time we've seen Ascend kind of work as a complete unit. And it's paid off. So a 3-0 Expo win for Ascend will send us to a map 4 on Pulse's pick on Hotel.
I mean, yeah, Ascend definitely looking like the better team on that map, you could say. That's the biggest gap we've seen all night so far. I mean, all day, I guess you could say. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But either way, that is the most convincing win we've seen out of them so far. Going to be feeling pretty good going into Pulsive's pick. Pulsive probably going to be hitting the reset button. We've spoken to Charisma. These guys, they are not the most flappable team in the whole world, meaning that they don't tilt super duper easily, at least from what we could tell in their earlier games. As the pressure starts to amount, that may change, but I'm sure that they're still going to be keeping calm, cool heads. They're like, all right, guys, we're going into our pick, feeling pretty good, and we did really good in the Search and Destroy as well. So it doesn't really matter that Ascend picked that map. I'm sure they're feeling pretty comfortable in it as well. Pulsive, when they were on their Search and Destroy, looked very comfortable, looked very well organized. And Fortress, as you may know, Zarin, the more organized team at executing the A hits does typically win.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll touch more on that in just a little bit. But for now, while players get up, go to the bathroom, get some water, whatever they need to do, Map 4 Hotel will be coming up just after a quick little intermission.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are still in here with Ascend versus Pulsive in winners round 2 of the Kinetic League Columbus LAN live at Game Arena. I am joined by Zarin in map number 4.
Well, here we go. Ascend has the opportunity to move on to winners round 3, securing themselves a top 6 placement here at Game Arena Columbus, hosted by Kinetic Leagues. I mean, Pulsive Black definitely not out of this series and off to a good start. Well, never mind. Ooh. Just kidding. 4 go down, and Pulsive Black gonna need this map on top of map number 5. This is their map pick, so potential for them to take this one off of the likes of Ascend, who have just honestly looked better in the respawn so far.
Honestly, though, they may have gotten full team wiped off the rip, but great recovery from Pulsive. They just instantly beeline for the bottom side of the map, and they take it away from their opponents. Not even in the lead off of the current one yet. So Pulsive Black, great benefits, great bounce back. And so, Ascend, they're going to have a little bit of picking up to do. XY getting very close to the objective and taking it back away, but not quite able to fully get it done. Holding the high line there, a.k.a. Rias. And Sky the Joke, an island. No one really in a good position to help him yet.
Nope, no one home. Jeffro just snaking the back, but good shots from Sky. Gonna get repinched from Marble, though, and yep, there it is. But XY gets 2 back, though. Charisma trying to chow him out. He finally does. And Pulsive, they do have control for now, and it looks like they might get the scrap time, but it does seem like Ascend are gonna send one more push that is just not working right now towards P2, so I expect Ascend to start backing on up and work for P3, but good hill from Pulsive Black to jump out to the lead.
I mean, yeah, that is something that they did a very good job of, was saying, all right, guys, this hill's a little bit mixy. Let's peel off. Let's go for P3. I'm hoping that they send more than just one person over there. And, ooh, that spawn out from Sky. That's going to be a little bit interesting and difficult, but Mill's holding it down the back line, making it so that they don't get broken too quickly. Ria's still applying some pressure. Only 2 people on the inside of the objective now, making things a little bit harder to hold, but Sky will now be able to join them. And with that, this will be a serious pain for Pulsive Black to break. Charisma is going to try his best, though, but that nade sending him packing already.
Yeah, you can't really blame Rias for dying there on side door. I mean, he was the only one in the back, and he was just trying to make something happen, letting his teammates catch up, but nothing coming of yet. Good start for Ascend here on P4, or P3, as Revenge gets 1, gets 2. Yes, nice kills from him. And Ascend holding the fort down. Would like to see them start to get pushed out towards Kitchen, maybe after this wave of kills here. Only 2 players left, and you see the rotations now from Pulsive. It's going to be a 1v2 on new time.
Revenge always cooking it up in the kitchen, whether it be in the Search and Destroy where he gets a knife double kill, or now where he gets a quadra kill. Ascend getting a lot of good time off that, basically a full 60, and with that, the lead over Pulsive Black. Rotation also being won by XY, pretty huge. Does have a lot more enemy players around him, but that hasn't stopped him in the past. It will stop him this time, though, as Jev will have some good control over Bedroom. Control over both sides of the map. Sky, he's about to get shot like a fish in a barrel. Ascend, they do have the better size to be holding this from, but they have to get to a position where they can actually hold on to it. Pulsive Black just playing safe, playing to let their opponents come to them, because they absolutely do have to.
I mean, yeah, that's it seems to be working for them. I mean, they're only down by 20. They've been able to pick up a handful of kills, but just like that, Ascend able to get 3 back for themselves. They have control. They did win the rotation was Pulsive Black, but again, XY just had a free lane up through single arch and was able to get a couple kills. And, well, you got guys like Mills popping off 13 kills already through 3.5 hard points. Something to be noted for sure. And Ascend starting to build on this lead. Impulsive, you got to think they need this hill to claw their way back into this, or else it's pretty much over.
Yeah, they really need this hill for 2 reasons. Ooh, Sky, nice turn there, dude. But yeah, they need this hill for 2 reasons, basically, Zarin. 1 is that they need the time off of it. 2 is they need the P5 spawns in their favor.
Wow.
Oh, XY. Making him look a little silly there. Rias barely alive and now completely not alive. Sky the Joke flying in by the seat of his pants and baiting in for his teammate. Big kills there for Ascend. They're pushing through. They're looking to get these P5 spawns, exactly what I was saying Pulsive Black need to be doing. Ascend does it instead. These guys are the rotation masters we saw on the previous map, and it has not changed going into this hotel.
Oh, man. Sky is just going off, just absolutely cracked out right now, and Pulsive Black have no answer, and this is going to spell major trouble for them. Still only 1 hill away from getting back into it, but, I mean, 1 more 30-second hill from Ascend, and this game's pretty much over. Pulsive Black with their on their heels right now. Jeffro does win that big gunfight, so they are going to have initial time on P6, but it's going to be Ascend with spawns.
Yep, for the moment. They do have the ability to hit out the spawns, but Pulsive Black, they know exactly where their opponents are at, so they're trying to turn for the occasion, but there's a reason why you don't want to be holding from this angle. It's because you're very, very, very exposed. Pulsive Black having to hold from the inside of bedroom, meaning they're not going to be able to get a whole lot of the hill time. Revenge getting very, very close to the objective as well. A lot of knife kills. That's like, what, the 5th knife kill we've seen from Sky the Joke and then Ascend in general? Either way, they're going to be ascending on up to the objective now. Char trying to come in around the back, does fry one. Mills not getting the memo, gets a second one. And with that, all that's left is Revengy, who does hold it, and so far as Jeffro lets him, clearing off the objective. Not really, honestly, the hill that Pulsive Black was hoping for, to be honest with you, dude. They did get the rotation for it, but literally none of the time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, not the end of the road to keep the last 15 seconds or so white, which is okay. But at the same time, you got to get some time. And if you're Pulsive Black, you can't play for P2. You got to play for P1 right here. You got to get as much time as you possibly can on P2. But if you got Revenge shooting like that, I mean, it's hard to shoot back against that. And you see Scott try to cross the desk. Good kill from Jev. And Pulsive Black, you need to play for this time. You cannot mess around. You got to go, and you got to go fast.
Yep, like Sonic the Hedgehog, gotta go fast. But yeah, Sky the Joke gonna stop them just short on the current objective as well. There's still a lot of time to be contesting for. Impulsive Black, they find themselves in a very similar situation to where they were on the previous map, where Ascend has a really big lead. They want to play for the rotation, but they can't just give up all this time. Otherwise, Ascend is going to break 200, win off a break, so they're trying to contest it at least somewhat. But while they're doing that, they're not able to focus on doing either of these things, and they end up losing both potentially at the same time. This hold, it's still looking pretty good. They didn't overchow for it, which is good. Good change from Pulsive Black in that regard. But still, Ascend have gotten so much time off that objective just because Pulsive have to let them do it.
Yeah, I mean, even a full 60 here it's so tough for Pulsive Black. They're going to need a couple of those. I mean, I guess a team like Ascend, the way they're playing right now as a unit, they look so good. But Jeffro holding the fort on a 4 streak, getting the job done, and 3 go down. So Pulsive Black get the first wave of kills that they absolutely need. But good kill there from Mills. There's the opener. Don't want to chow that. Stay alive. If you're Ascend, you got to wait it out. Revenge already flying in. That's going to be Mills with one back. Last player left is Jeffro. And taken down, so Ascend able to get even more time now on P2 and Mills. My goodness.
My goodness indeed. Once again, picking the pocket of Pulsive Black, a hill that they had firmly set up on. They get not as much time as they would hope. It's still something. They did get about 30 seconds, which is about still pretty good, but as you can see, Ascend, the rotation masters, they are going to be over on this P3 again. They got so much time off this the last time. And Pulsive Black throwing a trophy system. Don't want to get proxied off by the nade this time. And they go flying in, desperately trying to get a trade, but Ascend kill them upon entry. It is a slaughter in the kitchen. Cooking them up once again, Ascend. And they are looking to end this game right now.
Yeah, just 30 seconds needed. Jeffro doing everything he can. Best player on the team for Pulsive. Pretty much this entire series. He has looked so good. But Mills in the back lines. Jeffro can't do anything, trying to contest, trying to get in there somehow, get some shots in, but you see how far away they're spawning. One more wave of kills will pretty much do it. There's XY with the first. Jev gonna ego child that, but Mills in the back line gets 2 more, and that will do it. Ascend gonna take it in game 4. Just like that, they'll be moving on to winners round 3.
Yes, indeed. We have Ascend moving on, winning all the respawns, especially the last 2 very convincingly, but mad respect all around. Fist bumps from everybody. Ascend not being, not being sore winners, I guess you could say, and you love to see that out of them. Gracious in victory, and they will be moving on to face. We'll find out pretty soon who they're going to be facing, but yeah. Honestly, let's take a little bit of a look at that series once again. Respawn Masters here, it seems, is Ascend, Zarin.
Yeah, I mean, if we saw that early on yesterday, but to bring it into a best of 5 today and dominate like they have in Respawn, this is a very, very dangerous team. And they're going to end up playing the winner of 7th Heaven and Acrylic, and no matter who they play, they're going to be playing a good team. So we'll see if that dominance continues. On the other side, you really want their search and destroy to improve a little bit. You want to tighten up a little bit more, because if they lock up search and destroy, they're going to be almost unbeatable.
I mean, yeah, if you can't beat them in the search and destroy and you can't beat them in the respawns, you literally can't beat them in everything. That's literally all the maps that there are. So very true statement there, Zarin. Yeah, we are going to be getting a little bit of an interview once again. We've already spoken to Sky the Joke a couple of times, but I'd love to hear if he has any changes of thoughts as they've been moving forward. He's been very confident. I don't see that changing anytime soon, obviously, with their more recent win. But yeah, they've been having some really great wins, surprising a lot of people, getting a lot of an upset, especially up against Silex, who are defending champions. So really, really great land performance from these guys. Sky, it's literally his first land as well, and definitely taking the scene by storm. So very curious to hear what he or even someone else on the team has to say about this.
Yeah, I mean, we are chugging along here. Winners round 2, just about over. Pretty much, only 2 matches remain. And Silex and Onyx, that should be a pretty solid series. Onyx, we saw a little bit of yesterday. With potential, again, a team that struggled in the respawns versus a Search and Destroy, which has been a very different dynamic compared to these top tier teams at this tournament. But yeah, I mean, going back to Ascent, like you said, they seem to have the same mindset as yesterday, but based off of their gameplay alone. Like, okay, let's go out, let's win the respawns, let's take care of business, and just do our thing and not really worry about it. And same story. I mean, the Search and Destroy struggles continue, so that's something to keep an eye on the rest of the way. But yeah, either way, Ascent get the job done no matter what. But that's definitely something to keep an eye on the rest of the tournament.
Yep. And before we move on from this, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some special words from main man Revengy himself, Mr. 40 Bombs. Say hello. Oh, I guess not yet. I guess I jumped the gun on that one a little bit. But yes, we will be having Revengy joining us very, very soon. I'm really curious to hear what his thoughts have been on the entire thing. So far, we've heard from Sky the Joke, some really good insights coming out of him, very well worded as well. And so I'm curious to see what Revengy has to say about his past performances in the group stage and what he thinks about things going forward. Revengy, how you doing, dude? I can't quite hear you.
I think we're muted.
Yo, I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Okay,
congrats on the win. 3-1 victory again. You guys are finally into some best of 5s. I want to talk about the Search and Destroys. We've noticed over the last day and a half or so, it's been a little bit of a up and down for you guys. Is there anything that you guys want to improve on moving forward?
Just working as a team. That's all we need to do, and listen to people. Like, they were just like running all over us because we weren't watching angles. That's it.
Yeah, fair enough. That is a very tiny aspect of the overall game for you guys. By and large, you guys have been doing a really great job. I'm sure surprising a lot of people, namely Cheeto, Wonga, and Prod. You guys beat them yesterday. Congratulations on that. And even most recently beating Pulsive. Was this an expected run of events for you guys or no?
Yeah, of course. Bro, we want to win. That's what we came for.
Fair
Well,
enough.
you guys have either Acrylic or Seventh Heaven coming up next in winners round 3. Is there a preference, a team that you want to play, and if so, how do you feel like you stack up against either of those squads?
Oh, we want to play Seven Heaven because we lost them yesterday, and we just want to get our revenge on them.
Do you think the best of 5s give you guys a bit more of an advantage versus a best of 3? Give you guys a chance to get into it more?
Yeah, of course. We just got to work on our Surge if we're playing Seven Heaven. That's it. Hardpoints, I'm pretty sure we got it.
All right. Can we expect to see a 40 bomb up against 7th Heaven, Revengy?
Of course. I got a 40 in the back pocket.
Love that. Hoping you break it out for winners round 3 matchup. Well, congrats on the win. Good luck the rest of the way. Thank you very much for joining us as well.
Thank you, guys.